Let's talk about why targeting wealthy people who supposedly have money on Facebook ads is not working any longer for coaches, the way coaches are taught to do it. You see, here's the bottom line. Everybody needs qualified coaching clients, right? Like, you don't want to talk to broke people. You don't want to waste your ad money on people who have no money, who can't afford to work with you, who can't afford any of that. So, like, what do? Well, you got to have people with money. And one of the problems that most coaches are having right now is AI on free social media and ads and all these other places, sending them people who have nothing. They're broke. They're just in a bad place. And there's no disrespect to them, but I've been there before too. But you can't build your coaching business on that. So let's talk about the old way that used to work for coaches, using ads to attract people with money. That's no longer working. And I'm going to talk to you about how to fix this. All right. So the first thing in the old way was using what we call income targeting. Now, this can still work. Basically, what that means, if you're not running ads yet, you can, in the ad set, you can target people based on the top 50% of income, 25, 10, and 5% based on some like external IRS data. So you can actually target people who have money. The problem is it's very elusive. Personally, I don't use it. The way we do it is when we have clients who have huge audiences, we'll do that to bring it down, to give a little more context. But just targeting that alone anymore, it's just not going to work. AI has totally screwed all that up, and AI is overriding all that stuff because they want to go find people they think are more qualified, so it's overriding all the targeting. Now, so if you're using it, it's okay to lower your audience, but it's not really going to do much. Now, the second thing is using targeting options such as followers of John C. Maxwell or followers of Tony Robbins or followers of whoever it is in your niche who's like a big deal. You could target those people on Facebook and run your ads to those followers. So bottom line is that really hasn't worked effectively probably since 2019. Okay. Like literally, I had a Facebook rep in 2019 tell me they were moving away from that targeting. And then when the Andromeda update came out this summer, which is a big Facebook ads update, they ripped out the targeting for most coaches. Targeting's gone, wiped out. So a lot of coaches can't use that anymore. And quite frankly, it really didn't work. You'd have coaches targeting Rolex buyers and readers of Forbes magazine, stuff like that. It's not working anymore. And the final way that coaches used to use is what we call fluffy qualifiers. They'd say like, hey, this is only for experienced people who want to manifest their dreams or lose weight, or success orientated, or high achievers, or confident moms, or busy professionals. They're very like fluffy, and you got to remember, everybody thinks they're busy, professional, confident, this, that, and the other thing. So then on top of it, what's happening is Facebook's running your ad and people are clicking on it. And then Facebook is creating a feedback loop into your audience to find people who look like those people. And because your budget's like 10, 20, $100 a day, $500 a day, they can only go after a certain amount of people. So they're only really going to go after about 1% of your audience. Okay. So and then they create that feedback loop, and now you just get bad quality people. And look, this used to work really well. I probably spent $3 million on all this, at least more, probably more. A couple of years ago, I was spending up to $150,000 a month using the above strategies and some of them. And it worked great from about 2013-ish till about 2022, 23-ish. But then the whole thing fell apart. Okay. And here's the problem right now that's happening in the coaching space is this. Just because they have money doesn't mean they're committed to fixing the problem they're searching for. Okay. Money is one of we call them the qualified client trifecta qualifiers, but it's only one of them. Now, here's the problem. Most coaches are reaching interested people versus committed people. All right. Let me say that again. Most coaches are reaching interested people versus committed people. And here's the problem. I want to write this down. I'm going to tell you, got to write that down. If you have a yellow pad and a pen, is this what I want to tell you. Okay. You cannot turn interested people into committed people. Okay. So if you're getting a lot of people reaching out to you from social media or LinkedIn or wherever, or even ads, and they're getting on calls or whatever, and you've got a high no-show rate, or for example, you're getting a lot of people telling you they need to think about it. It sounds kind of expensive. I don't have any money right now. All those kinds of things. That's a clear sign you're getting too many interested people. They're nice to you. They're all that, but they're not buying. Okay. You cannot body slam interested people into becoming committed. It doesn't work. It's impossible. All right. Let me explain why and how to fix this quickly. So before that, give me a quick follow here. Subscribe if you're watching this on where are we on YouTube, is because I create all kinds of videos every week, and it's all based on what we're doing. I built, millions and millions in the coaching space, coached well over 1,000 people. And I take what we're doing, what we're learning, what's working, and we share it here for free on YouTube. And if you don't follow me and subscribe, there's a good chance you'll miss out on what we're doing, and YouTube won't even know, you won't be notified. Okay. And it could be the very video you just needed at that right time. And again, it's all free. So click the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, and let's get into it. So let me give you some examples of interested versus committed and just show you, because it's very subtle and coaches don't know what to do. So they just double down on what's not working and get more of the same result. So for example, let me give you a result from my business, and I'll give you a result from another business. And I apologize if I'm talking weird. I feel terrible. I had a tooth fall out, okay? A crown that I paid, a ton of money to get fixed years ago. This stupid thing fell out. So I got to go to the dentist here pretty quick. But if you're wondering why, man, this guy, what's wrong with him? Is he eating? No, I had a tooth fall out, and it's totally screwed everything up. So in my market, we get people who are interested in growing their coaching business, but they're not committed to getting clients. Okay. So what does that mean? And then I'll give you some examples for your market. It means when they're not doing anything, they're interested. Oh yeah, I want to make $20,000 a month, Jason. Oh, okay, great. What are you doing? What have you done in the last 2 months to prove that you're serious, you're committed about this? Oh, well, talk to you. That's not committed. Okay. That's interested. So what have you done? Have you tried ads, or are you doing stuff on social media? What are you doing that's not working that shows you're committed to taking action? You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I just want to do this right. Okay. No, you don't. You're not committed. Okay. You're interested. All right. And the same thing in your market. Let's say it's a weight loss niche, and you work with people who want to lose that last 30 pounds, and they talk to you and you're like, well, what have you done? What have you done to try and lose these 30 pounds? Well, I'm just talking to you. I'm watching videos. I'm doing that. They're not committed. They're interested. Okay. And so committed people, you got to understand, have a track record of actually doing things. And this is very important here, because we're going to hook this into the ad and into the buyer process in a second. So you got to remember, when you talk to people, or if you're reaching people who are not actually taking action, like for example, the people who get the best results who I work with are ones who are like, I've been trying, I've been working, it's just not, whatever. I'm making 5, 10, 50, 100 grand a month, but I can't get to the next level. It's not working like I thought it should, or I think it should. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it work, right? That's committed versus interested. Interested is, I'd like to do it, but, I'm busy and maybe I'd like to start getting clients in January. They're interested. Okay. And so here's what you got to understand. Let me explain the trifecta, and then I'm going to hook this all together. They have to have money. Okay. They need money. Number 2, they have to be trying things that are not working. And number 3, they have to be able to make a buying decision. Okay. So here's how this practically looks on your ad. All right. And in your messaging on all your stuff. Number 1, you have to target specific buyer messaging. What does that mean? Okay. What that means is, so for example, let's say you're a weight loss coach. And I use this example because everybody can relate to it, right? And you're helping hypothetically women, 45 plus, lose that next 30 pounds or whatever. All right. So just targeting women 30 or 45 who want to lose those last 30 pounds, it's not enough. That's millions of women. And you're going to get the ones who are basically opportunistic, right? They're like, oh, that would be amazing. I would love to lose all that weight. Okay. And they're not committed. So what you have to do is you have to target in all your messaging about that, what they've done. Have you, things that have cost money. So have you worked with a personal trainer already? Have you used any sort of drug, not in a bad way, but any sort of medication stuff to help you, whatever that looks like. And it's not working. And the personal trainer's not working. And you've got these meal service things that are like $1,000 a month. And you spend $1,000 a month on supplements and all that stuff. You can spend thousands a month trying to lose weight and it's not working. But what does that tell me? That tells me they're a buyer. They've been spending money on trying to lose weight and it's not working. So remember, the more they're spending over here and it's not working, the more they're likely to buy from you because they're committed buyers and they understand the process and they're committed to getting this outcome, but they just can't get it. Does that make sense? And so what your ad has to do and your messaging all the way through your ecosystem is it's got to target the people based on actual things they're trying to do that's not working. Okay? Because that's how you pull out the committed people versus the interested people. Because I'll tell you what, I would rather be working with somebody who's committed and maybe isn't great financially, but they're resourceful. They're going to be a lot further ahead than somebody who has a lot of money, but no commitment in any area. Okay. So you have to target committed people, and then obviously targeting their pain. And then obviously the money thing has got to be specific. Like, are they making $250,000 a year? Are they making $300,000 a year? Are they professionals? What are they? And then we hook all of that into the ad, into the messaging, all through the ecosystem. And then out the other side of that comes people who trust you. And this is why the ecosystem method is so vitally important versus a funnel. Because you got to remember, here's the Achilles tendon of this, the problem with this, right? The people who are spending money and trying don't have trust because they're trying things that are not working. Okay. But yet they're the committed people who are committed and have the money. Okay. So what you have to do is understand your job is to get them to trust you. And you have to speak to the issues that they've been through that haven't worked. Does that make sense where I'm going here? And so that's why we need an ecosystem to do this versus a funnel, a linear funnel. Give me your name and email, watch my 3-minute video, book a call is not enough anymore to establish trust when they've done all the things that haven't worked. And what you're going to do is those people are looking at your funnel and they're like, I've seen that before. I've been burned. I don't want anything to do with it. And so by the nature of the way your coaching business is set up or your funnel, it's actually pushing away the committed people and attracting the interested people. Even if they have money, you might be talking to them and they're like, yeah, I make $400,000 a year is whatever. I manage a hedge fund or what, I don't know, whatever it is. And you're like, oh, awesome. They have money. They need to lose those last 30 pounds. And like, yeah, I got to think about it. And you're like, what? They make a ton of money. Like they won't even miss that 5,000. They don't even notice that 5,000. They're spending like 3,000 a month already. And they're like, well, I don't know. You see what I'm doing there? So it's super important you get these things and tie them together. And here's what you need to do. Just end this here. You need to target the people who have money. People target what they're doing that's not working and make sure that they can make a buyer decision. Okay. Those are the things we need to do. And then we need an ecosystem to build trust because by default, they don't trust you. And then we hook that all together. And then Facebook goes into the audience and finds people who look more like those people and creates a feedback loop to get you buyers who are committed. Okay. Here's what I want to do. We want to help you figure this out. We want to show you how to do this. You just click the link below, set up your 15-minute, mini celebrity status ecosystem call. And we'll map all this out for you and show you exactly how to make this happen in your niche. It's a free call for our Skool community members. If you're not in our Skool community, there's a link below to join. Or just hit the link above that and book your call. And then what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to do this. We're going to give you feedback on mapping this out, on what this looks like for you, so you can start actually attracting people who have money and who are committed versus interested, and how to get those people to trust you. Because remember, the people who have the money are smart, right? They got money, but at the same time, they're committed, but they've been having these problems and joining other things and doing other things that work. So they've been burned. So they need a better trust system to know you are the right fit to help them. And your Chat GPT created little lead magnets and all these little gimmicky things and all this stuff that everybody else is doing isn't working because they're seeing that and they're not even registering for it. And then the AI on Facebook is sending you all the interested people who are uncommitted, but they just want to jump on every call because they think there's some free stuff and maybe, yeah, and I'll put you on my dream board and I'll work with you in 5 years, and you know they won't. All right. So that's what we need to do. And that's how you hook this whole thing together, because you got to remember, you will not be able to turn interested people into committed people. It doesn't work. You can't do that. That's not going to happen. Okay. So let's just find the committed people and get them to buy. All right. Click the link below, book your free 15-minute many celebrity status ecosystem call. There's nothing to buy. It's only a 15-minute call, and we're going to unpack all this with you and help you understand how to do it in your niche, what it needs to look at. We're going to unlock some advanced training that we have in our Skool community that's normally reserved for clients, okay? Because here's the thing. Figuring all this out by yourself is a lot of work, and why would you try and figure this all out yourself when we could just simply help you for free on that 15-minute call? So book your call. We'll map it all out for you, show it how it could work for you, potentially on the ads. If you want to run ads, if you're not running ads, how to do it. If you are running ads, we're going to help you understand what to do maybe better, give you some feedback, give you some bonus training, and send you on your way. All right? Click the link below, book that call, and stop attracting interested people and start attracting committed people. They're there. It's just everybody else is getting to them before you, but you need to get to them. All right? Take care. I'm off to get my tooth fixed.